Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm so glad you're here. Today, okay, so if you're new here, pull up a chair, grab a drink, grab your project, whatever. Usually I talk about my makes and I talk about a lot of other stuff, and those of you who are returning, you know all this good stuff. So you are prepared. The new ones, I'm a special kind of special. No, I do like to have fun. I like to bring joy whenever I can. And I love to create. So this is, I went into not a hyperfixation mode. I wouldn't say that necessarily, but I definitely, okay, so normally I don't make this many bags at one time. Okay. And 2 of these bags were not made in the last 2 days. Let me just put that disclaimer up there. I had a customer reach out to me from the my website and say, I would love some a bee bag, you know, a large bee bag. And so I didn't know. I had reached back out to them and asked them, you know, I believe if they wanted the yellow with the gold top and bottom or the black top and bottom. I didn't get a reply. I didn't have anything going on right at that moment. I mean, yes, I had my knitting and my crochet, but as far as my sewing, I didn't have a project ongoing at that moment. So I just made a gold and a black version, both of them. Well, it turns out that this person doesn't want that. They want something else. And that's okay. You know, that these bee bags were such a big hit. I'm not worried about it not moving, okay? So, yes, I'm drinking a Celsius. It is 3:30 in the afternoon. Oh, so why did I say good morning? I don't know, y'all. Maybe because this airs first thing tomorrow morning, hopefully. So that means the video I had scheduled for tomorrow morning will not be for tomorrow morning. It'll probably be for Monday. But that's okay. Y'all forgive me. Please. So, these first 2 bags are my beautiful bee pattern. My bee grateful, my honey bee, my queen bees. You know, these are the first 2 bags. Now, granted, these were made a week ago. But I didn't want to put them on my website in fear of not knowing which one she would want, so I just left them off. And then when she contacted me and said she would rather have a different cloth or a different print, I was like, okay, no worries. I'll put them on my website. So these will be available if you want them. I have 1 gold top and bottom and 1 black. Now, the rest of the, hold on, 2, 4. Man, I am shedding my hair. Even though I cut it, it's still shedding. All right, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait. Yeah. I was about to say, wait, I have 12 and then plus them 2? No, I think it's 12 total. 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, yeah. Whew! I was like about to say, okay, I exceeded my own expectations. But that's when that happens when you're swigging energy drinks like you're 20 years old. And we all know I'm not 20 years old. Yeah, we know that. 10 days. I'm counting down. I'm counting down. And it's not like it's a special birthday or anything. My husband and I just celebrated 29 years married. Now we've been together 34 years in December. Yes, at the end of December we will have been together 34 years and married for 29. Which, I mean, you know, we've lived together for those 34, so might as well have been 34 years married. But anyway, so see, for you newbies, I told you. Oh wait, I didn't warn you on this video. I talk a lot. I just told y'all that I was a special kind of special. I love to talk, and I love squirrel moments. So, okay. So those were at a request, right? Well, the other day, yesterday, not the other day, the yesterday. Actually, technically, it was the other day. It was, let's see, today's Wednesday. It was Monday night. I had cut out a couple fabrics because I was like, you know what? I was feeling kind of, I didn't want to crochet and I didn't want to knit. So I was like, I want to sew a bag. Okay, I want to sew 2 bags because I haven't had this one on my website in a minute. So I was like, you know what? Let's. So I cut the fabric for this bag. And I was like, okay, you know what? I don't want to do just one bag. Though I am grateful for this. Beth Ann sent me this fabric when my Joanne ran out. I was so grateful. So thank you again, Beth Ann. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to just do one bag. So I grabbed 3 more fabrics. So I had a total of 4 fabrics I grabbed. And this was one of them. Now, this is the first time I've made a bag in this one. I was like, you know what? That is so pretty. So I grabbed out 2 more. Hang tight. I don't know why I think that helps. It never does. You ever had like it's not a ringing. It's like a loud buzz noise. It always hits one ear and then it moves to the second ear. It's almost like a sound wave going through my head. And I always think if I plug my ears, it'll stop it. But it's internal, so it doesn't stop it. Even trying to pop my ears doesn't stop it. But anyway, if I get a little loud, that's why, because I still hear that. So hopefully I won't be too horribly loud. But anyway, so I had picked out 4 fabrics, okay? And I was like, no. Because when I get on a kick of a lot of bags at one time, I feel like I'm pressured to hurry up and finish them because I don't like ongoing projects, right? And, oh, I got something on my glasses. Hold on, y'all. But anyway, I don't like having ongoing projects. So, I feel a really, really big urge to get them done and get them knocked out. Well, so I said, okay, just 2 bags. So I cut out this fabric and this fabric. I cut out the stabilizer for them and everything and got them. I was like, you know what? The next morning, see, that night I thought, okay, 2 bags. I won't feel super duper rushed. I mean, I still feel like I need to finish them, but it's not this big undertaking. It's 2 bags, okay? So I got to thinking about those other 2 bags, and I'm like, you know what? The next morning, I woke up, and that was yesterday morning, and I was feeling so bleh. There was 0 motivation. And usually when I don't feel motivated to do anything, that's when I get the most done. Because I don't deal well with feeling lazy or feeling bleh or, you know, like I'm just a knot on a log. Especially when we're coming on 2.5 weeks of my back being out, or not out, but the muscle, I think it must be a muscle spasm or something. I just don't know. But I'm working on 2.5 weeks, and it's really, really driving me nuts. So I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I'm not going to sit in my recliner because I was knitting. I was knitting on a sock. And I was like, you know what? I'm not really feeling this. So I started crocheting. I wasn't really feeling that. So I was like, I'm going to go do some more bags. Because bags they're not mindless. Knitting and crochet that I was doing was mindless. So I think that helped me it didn't solve the blah feeling. And it didn't fix the motivation feeling, because I still did not feel motivated yesterday. But it did help me feel a little more productive. So then I got out 2 more fabrics. This was one of them. And this makes me think of Finding Nemo. And it makes me think of the aquarium I used to have. Now, I did not have a saltwater tank. And I believe I told y'all this when I showed you this fabric. I had a freshwater tank. So I didn't get to have these beautiful little fish. If I ever go with a fish aquarium again, I will go saltwater so that I can have all these tropical fish. But to me, especially with this black top and bottom, I hope I'm showing this on camera. I'm so sorry. Look. I'm going to have to show you. Okay. Let me tell you about this, and then I'll show you the others. Because I just realized I'm so far back. I don't even know if I was in the camera shot. But, and, you know, I still have to take pictures of all these. So they haven't been lint rollered or anything. But it is 3:30. And I have got to get this video done so that I can lint roll them and take pictures and get them uploaded on my website so that y'all, if you want them, can buy them in the morning when this video comes out. But I love, to me, the black top and bottom just make me think of an aquarium, you know, like the frame of your aquarium. I love this one. It's so pretty. Okay, so just to show you on a closer up view on those beautiful butterflies on black background. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I could have done a ton of different top and bottoms with this. And I may, if anybody wants a different color top and bottom, let me know. I don't mind. I do have like the mint green of that one. I have mint green. I have bright yellow. I have red. I have blue. I have teal. I have pink. I have all kind of colors. So y'all just let me know if you want a different one. But I thought that was a beautiful highlight just to let those butterflies just pop right out. And for those of you who are new and haven't seen this bag, that's that beautiful little blue flower bag that everybody was wanting. And I was like, oh no. But yeah. All right. So I did finally make another one of those. And then the bee. Now, these are already on my website. These listings, the only thing I have to do, oh, and the yellow one, the gold version. The only thing I have to do for those is just put the number back to 1 for all 3 of those. Okay. So, the 4th fabric. And I was thinking, you know, when Deb reached out to me to make her a bag out of some fabric that her and her mother had bought at a quilt shop, she had said that she loved marine life because she's from the Pacific Northwest. And I was thinking about her and Macy with the Macy and Brooke with the Sea Life, and then the Cosmic and Celestial and stuff when I had went shopping that day. And this is stingrays. Isn't that so pretty? I love those stingrays. And I think there's some coral, and it looks like some, I don't think that's conch shells. I think that's just coral. But now this one I have with the teal top and bottom. And now all of these have the white liners, of course. Now I think on this whole group of bags, my last liner batch was completely solid white. There was no patterns in the white. All right. And I couldn't decide. As y'all have seen a few times, I couldn't decide on this stingray pattern. I couldn't decide on just one top and bottom. So I did the teal top and bottom on that one. And then I did a navy, which they called this tartan navy. It's a different color navy to me. It's still pretty. I like it. But that's on that top and bottom. Let's see, I'll show you the back side of that too. Now, I don't think there's a single bag in this making, and it's in all of these 12, that I was not happy with. But I think my favorite is that very first, that Finding Nemo one. But all of these, they tickle me pink because they're just beautiful fabrics. And when I got these fabrics, I could just see the bags that I could make. And it was like, how can I say it? When I have a very photogenic memory, and I can kind of almost like Photoshop different things in the way I think and the way I see things. Like I can say, okay, this pattern with that color and that pattern with that color. I can do that when I'm in the store looking at fabric. And that's why a lot of times I don't just randomly bring home fabric. I know it seemed like that in the last couple months, but that was because, you know, we were going out of business, and yeah, so I needed to get what I could get, right? I say this as I'm looking at a wall of fabric. And it's so beautiful. Okay, so keeping in sea life, marine, look. Now this is a very softer print. So I went, there's there's a ton of different colors in that. Do you see that? There's peach, there's coral, there's red, there's purple, there's navy, there's like a light green, and I mean just a ton of colors in this one. Do you know what? I just oh, Jeezy Pete. Okay. I just saw this as I'm talking to you about the different colors. I'm going to see if I can show you. All right. Right there where my highlighter pink fingernail is a seagull. He's right there in front of that coral. And I hope you can see him. I'm going to keep the thing there for a second. Oh my goodness. Okay. I had thought I'd seen everything in this print, but apparently not. All right. I mean, I see the crab. I see I don't know if that's supposed to be flounder or what the little purple fish are, but I can't believe I missed the daggone seagulls. Okay, Lynn, you're doing good. But anyway, so I chose, now this is a tartan navy, and this is regular navy. So there is a slight color variation, if you can see it. So when I was pulling them out, I was like, why are these two navies different colors? But I looked at the tag that I had, you know, that I always made a copy of and put in with my fabric. So I have it in this one. Okay, you know how I said that there's all these different colors. But then I did purple. How pretty is that? And I know there are people out there that don't like purple, and I know. It's okay, sweetheart. I know. I love your blues and all that, so you're good. But I love purple. And I thought this was just so fun to make. And it's the same, the print's the same on the front and the back. But I really love this one. Now, I only made 2 of the Stingray. I did end up making 3 of this fabric, but only because I really could not decide. There was 3. I laid like 4 or 5 fabrics out. When I lay these fabrics out, I lay a solid color out. Sometimes 1, sometimes many. Y'all have seen. Look at the wolves. I think I did like 4 or 5 on the wolves. And when I can't make up my mind, usually I'll just make all the ones that I have on there. Well, this one, I had a lot more than 3. I think I had 6 fabrics. I think so. But these are the 3 that I love the most. Now, I love this coral peachy one. That just screams beach to me. And I don't know why I felt so inclined to do this particular one, but I did. Now, on this one, I did use white for my drawstring. I looked on Amazon where I normally get my drawstrings from, and I'm going to order what I think may be a matching color for this, because right now the only thing I have is what this company that I get my drawstrings from deems as hot pink. Let me show you. Let's see if I can reach it. Oh my goodness, oh gosh. Hold on, guys. I'm holding onto the table so I don't fall over, because my back is still not right. So this is what they consider hot pink. I don't consider this hot pink in the regards, to me, hot pink means neon pink. And y'all saw my neon paisley bandana fabric. Yeah, that's neat. To me, that's hot pink. But I guess I shouldn't consider that. I think I should consider that as neon pink and this hot pink. Well, obviously, that's just too pink, right? So I was like, okay, I can't use that. So they have one, and you're my phone right now, because I use my phone to record. But I think it was called pale pink or light pink. One was called meat pink, which that's definitely not the one I want, because that is like the palest pink ever. But I think what I'm going to do is order a spool of that pink and see how well it matches with this peachy coral, because I really would love to have a drawstring that matched this. But it's such a light fabric that the white actually accents it really, really good. Sorry, my nose is itching like crazy. But I can't even say that this is my favorite out of this fabric, because I love all 3 of them. Because each color, and I'll show you what I mean with them side by side. Each color kind of brings out different aspects of the bags. Do y'all see that? I'm hoping that I'm in frame enough for y'all to see, because to me, all the softer tones come out in this one. The deeper tones come out in that one. And that just, to me, pulls all the purple out. It just comes, poof, right in your face. I'm sorry. Okay. If y'all understood how much I enjoy making these bags, you would understand why I giggle and carry on, because they're just so blasted fun to make. Now, I gotta say, the crochet stuff and the knitted stuff on my website, they don't get a whole lot of attention, because most of y'all knit and crochet. Well, I love making those market bags, but they're not moving. So I haven't been making them lately, and I miss it. But same thing with these bags. If these bags stop moving off my website, it's going to kill me, because I love creating, but I have to get rid of some of these things too. Now, I am thinking about doing like a I'll talk about that one later. Anyway, so I get so much enjoyment out of making these, just about as much as I do with the market bags. Now, I do like making my bandanas, and I like making my ear warmers and stuff, and socks. But I ain't selling socks. I have probably 10,000 pair of socks. No. Legitimately, I probably have well over 50 pair of socks, hand knit socks. I'll have to count them one day. I have a video where I showed y'all all my socks, and I think I only have like 4 or 5 pairs since then, because I've been really, really good, kind of, sort of, about buying more sock yarn and making socks, because I have a hard time wearing all the socks I have now, okay? So I'm just telling you. All right, now these two, my last two of the 12, are kind of, they have to come with a disclaimer. Emily, sweetheart, I hope you see this. I emailed you, and I sent you a message on the comment section, and you said that you did want these. Now, I explained to Emily, because this was a special ordered fabric, and unfortunately it was a little pricey, so she agreed that, because I told her it would be a little bit higher of a price, unfortunately. So I'm going to give Emily her choice between these two, and then I will put the other one on my website. But bear in mind, it is going to be higher than my normal bags, because this stuff was atrociously expensive. But she wanted it for a special occasion, and I understand that. But before I ordered it, I let her know that it was going to be a little bit higher price, because it was expensive. So, and y'all, let me tell you, when I tell you this, when I saw the listing or this on the website, I was like, that's pretty-ish. I had seen some others that were prettier, or what I thought was prettier, but even higher than this. And I'm like, you know what? Okay. So when Emily said yes, I ordered it, and it just came in yesterday. So all of these bags were in progress yesterday, except for the bee bags. The bee bags weren't in progress. But so there was 8 bags already in progress when the mailman dropped off this fabric. And I was going to do a unboxing, so to speak. I was like, nope. The minute I saw this, I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. This is so much more beautiful in person than it was on that computer screen. And I'm thinking, ugh. I went back, and I went to go order some more, and it was out of stock. And I'm like, no! So, I may have enough left over for one more large bag. But unfortunately, like I said, it will be higher too. Like my bags, I don't make hardly much profit on them because of as much fabric and interfacing that I use. So there was no wiggle room in order to absorb the cost of this fabric. Anyway, I'm going to quit yapping. and I'm going to show you how beautiful this fabric is. Now, again, this fabric matched a couple colors. And I was thinking, I don't know which one Emily might want. And rather than waiting to see if she preferred one or the other, I knew I had enough to make at least 2. Once I cut it, I realized I had enough to make 3. But, y'all ready? This is the first one, and I did teal. Okay? But look at them dolphins. Look at them dolphins. Aren't they so pretty? It's just like, oh, okay. I love dolphins. Don't get me wrong, I do. But this print, I can't tell y'all just how much I squealed. Like really stupid loud when I took this out of the bag. I went running in there to show my husband. I'm like, look. Yes. I totally flipped out on this one. I think this is just precious. Now, as you can see, there's all kind of different colors. And there's actually even little dots of like green in there. I don't think there's enough green to where I could pull it off to have a green top and bottom. But I don't have a whole lot of green anyway, so that's not really a thing. But I loved it in the teal. And I probably will love any fabric with a teal top and bottom, regardless. Because that's just one of my colors. Teal, aqua, turquoise, all of that. Okay. Just as much as I love that with the teal, I also love it with that navy. Look at that. Because that just brings the darker colors of the dolphins out. Whereas this highlights the water. This highlights the dolphins. Now, and it's the same on the front and the back. So, that is all 12 of my bags. A lot, right? Alright, so by the time you see this, I'm not losing daylight, but I'm losing good camera light. So I need to hurry up and get off here. But by the time you see this, I hope to have all of these up on the website available at the time of this video. Now, the last time I did that, I forgot to put them, I don't know how to schedule them on Shopify to go from draft to active listing yet. I'm trying to learn that. Because I thought I had already set them to active and they weren't last time with the neon paisleys. Sorry, Barbara. And so maybe I can get my ducks in a row and get that figured out. But the only 2 that won't be available on the site unless I get a hold of Emily today to find out which one she would want and be able to send her the invoice and put the other one on the bag. But you know what I just thought of? My husband even asked me this because I was telling him about her special request. And he said, did she mean dolphins as in dolphins that, are in the ocean? Or did she mean Miami dolphins? And I was like, she meant that. Oh, I don't know. And you know what? Even if she meant Miami Dolphins, I will get her some Miami Dolphins fabric. And I will restart that whole thing. But I don't care. I fell in love with this fabric. Because, even if Emily doesn't want it, I have no doubt that these bags will go. So, even if she meant Miami Dolphins, I'm thinking, okay, I might dye my hair, but I definitely had which, speaking of which, my red is gone, so I have to hurry up and go dye my hair. I probably will do that this evening, too. But, yes, I know. Y'all don't care about all that, do you? But y'all see that you can't hide my blonde. even though my roots get darker, it's still blonde. But I just try to put, the red on top because, I do have enough strawberry blonde in my hair in its natural state to where I don't mind accenting it with a boxed auburn. At least I did the light auburn. I've never tried dark auburn because I don't think my complexion would work really well with the darker color. I used to joke with my mom because she had black hair and I had blonde hair, and I told her, I was like, I'm going to dye my hair black. She said, don't you do it. I was like, but Mom, blue eyes, black hair, I mean, come on. She's like, baby, don't you do it. Don't you ruin your hair. She hated it when I started dyeing it red in my 30s. Because I've told this story once before and I will be quick. But when I was a baby, I was born with jet black hair. And by the time, I want to say, I don't even remember what she said now. My hair went white. It was so blonde, it was white. But that transitional period from black to white hair, there was a few months in there that I had red hair. And my mom went nuts. She said, if I have to dye my child's hair, I'm going to dye it because I'm not going to have no redheaded baby. My grandmother was a natural auburn. She did dye it to like a strawberry blonde, more orangey color. And that's all my mom thought of when she saw my hair changing and getting that bright orange look. She's like, nope. And then here I am as a grown adult, and I'm like, I start dyeing my hair from blonde. Well, my hair was blonde, but I started dyeing it red, and my mom went nuts. She's like, baby, come on. I was like, well, I can always go black. She says, no. Please don't. You're grown, and I know you can do whatever you want with your hair, but please don't. I was like, okay, then. Take my red and be happy with it. But, she did admit that it matched my fiery attitude. Because, I'm pretty chill and laid back now, but and there's times to where my fire and my spunk shows through. It's just, over time you grow up, and some of the things that used to strike that match for you don't really do anything much anymore. It just kind of like, well, stupid is as stupid does kind of thing. All right. I think I'm going to have to get off here. I done got so silly. But I am going to get these pictures done up and hopefully get all these done. And that way they will be ready for y'all by the time y'all see this, and go hog wild if you want them. I would have a hard time. Sorry, it's starting to get hot in here because I had to cut my AC off. And it is, afternoon in the South in June. I think it's like 90 or 91 today. So it's quite hot in here. But anyway, it's not when I have the AC running. And I have my door open to the rest of the house. So I need to get off here so I can do both of those things. But I would have a hard time, I really would, picking one of these bags. And actually a few of y'all have said, I can't pick a favorite out of that group. And that's kind of where I'm at today, because all of these ticked off boxes for me. Now, there have been requests, Nutcrackers, Owls, Disney, Minions, so I am still looking for those fabrics, okay? I have a lead on some of them, and some of them, are still kind of elusive, but never fear. I am looking, okay? Just bear with me. Some things you have to try to unearth, and they're just stubborn. So, I'm going to get going, and I want you to try to find one thing. One itty bitty 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 little thing. And y'all have shared so many of the things that bring y'all joy. I know you can find it today. I know you can. So do that. Find that little bit of joy. Grab a hold on it. Grab a hold of it. Don't let go. Because yesterday was the blah day. Today, I got to finish up all of these, and I had a ball. That was my joy, just finishing these up. And that sense of accomplishment, that brought me joy. Because, y'all, 10 bags in 2 days. I was in beast mode. Technically, it's 12, but the two B bags was last week. So, yeah, last week. So, I was in beast mode. Now, I'm going to beast mode myself off of here and get these pictures taken so that I can get these uploaded. I hope y'all have a great afternoon, morning, night, whenever you get to watch this. Until my next one, I will see y'all later. Bye! Yes, I'm a goofball. Bye!